I mean, lots of dramatic things have happened to you over the years, Richard. I can never work out if you're one of the world's unluckiest people or luckiest, because you always manage to survive, and yet you do get bedeviled by all these crises. Which camp do you think you're in?
It's a good question. I mean, I was arguing with a friend about the existence of God or not over dinner in the Great House just before this fire took place. And the next morning I was thinking, now, was God really nice to us by allowing us all to survive, or was he punishing me for questioning his existence? But anyway, I have been very fortunate, and in an extraordinary amount of times, and somebody's very kind up there anyway in getting us back from balloon trips or boating trips or whatever safely, and so I am grateful, and I'm now spending most of my life trying to say thank you by working quite hard on important causes to try to make a difference. So we'll see how it goes.
Do you believe more or less in God since the day after your conversation over dinner?
Well, look, I believe in evolution, and I think evolution is magnificent. I mean, absolutely wonderful, and I think this world that we live on is magnificent, and the creatures on it are magnificent, and we've got to fight to save the tigers and save the lemurs and save the imperiled species, and look after the people that are on this earth. I do think that religion has done a lot of harm over the years, and just because one's born in one country and not another country, one shouldn't necessarily think that our God is the right God and somebody else's God is the wrong God. So I see myself as a humanitarian who loves people. Maybe one day somebody will be able to convince me that there is a God and there is a particular God, but to me, I love people, and that's to me the most important thing.
Do you ever pray?
I found myself on one of my balloon trips where I was 99% definitely going to die, crossing the Pacific. Everything had gone wrong that could go wrong. There seemed to be no way out of it, and I think there was a little bit of sort of saying, if you exist, I'll be really grateful if you can get me to the other side of the Pacific. And
despite the fact that you survived that, Richard, with the 0.1%, you still don't believe.
Well, look,
it's a bit churlish, isn't it?
I would love to believe, and I think it's very comforting to believe. My father died recently, and he was he didn't believe, but he was a wonderful man, and wonderful family man, wonderful with people, great sense of humour. But obviously it'd be very comforting to feel that that he's still somewhere. But he's definitely here in spirit with all of the family. If somebody can convince me that there is a God, it would obviously be wonderful. But I do believe that evolution is likely to be likely to be the truth. Anybody who questions evolution, I find it completely and utterly bizarre, because and evolution is magnificent. That's all I can say.